How to stop caring what people think about you. No intro, straight to it. You seen the text. Nobody is actually thinking about you. Listen, I understand you care about what people think about you. And to me, if you ask me, I honestly think you should actually care what people think about you, but only to a certain degree. Nowadays, you care about what everybody thinks about you. You care about what everybody thinks about this little meticulous slip up and this little cringy moment you had in the past and this little embarrassing moment that you can't get out of your head. I understand, okay? You care about what people think about you, and I think you still should, but not to the extent that you're doing right now. Because think about it, right? Let's say you go to school, right? You need to care about what your teacher thinks about you. Because if you didn't care what your teacher thought about you, you would act in a way that would have your teacher talk all crazy at the next parent-teacher conference. If you didn't care what your parents thought about you, you would move crazy, you would move reckless, and then you would have less freedom, and your parents would be super strict, and you wouldn't be able to go out and have fun as much. If you didn't care about what your friends thought about you, they wouldn't be your friends. If you didn't care about what your girlfriend or what your boyfriend thought about you, they wouldn't be your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You need to care what people think about you to a certain degree, but caring about what everybody thinks about you when you do a meticulous little slip up, or when you say this or do that, like, nobody thinks about these things. This is too much because this is not even in your benefit. This does not benefit you in any way. Thinking about what your teacher thinks about you, thinking about what your parents think about you, your friends, your girlfriend, yeah, to a certain degree, this will benefit you. It'll help you, keep you in check. But thinking about all this stuff, thinking about what everybody has to think about you and worrying about it and stressing about it and doubting about it, what do it matter? What do it matter? Because want to know why it don't matter? Because you never know what these people actually think. And 9 times out of 10, if I'm being honest with you, these people are not thinking about you to begin with. And it's the truth. Because there's this one principle that you have to understand about people. We as humans are selfish. We're selfish creatures. We're more selfish than other animals. If we being honest, we are selfish. Some people are super selfish. Hopefully you're not one of them, but some people are so selfish they only care about themselves and they don't care about nobody else. And everything they're in it for themselves. Some people are complete narcissists, okay? Hoping that's not me and you, right? But even if that's not us, and we are still selfish to a certain degree. We still care about our lives more than anybody else's. We still worry about ourselves more than anybody else. We worry about ourselves more than anybody else. We are still so self-consumed with our lives to really care about anybody else. And that's the main thing I'm trying to tell you. People are way too self-consumed in their lives to really give a fuck about yours. Most people are too self-consumed in their own lives. They're worrying too much. They have so much stuff going on. They're going to school. They're going to work. They're doing sports. They got their own friends. They got their own relationship. Most people are too self-consumed in their own lives to really care about yours. And the only people close to you that have something to say about you is a past relationship, a past friendship, or a past goddamn acquaintance that ended up going wrong and y'all not friends anymore. Y'all don't see each other no more. That's the only time when people will really talk crazy about you. Want to know why? Because in their minds, they have more of a reason to talk crazy about you. They used to be close with you and now they're not. All right, but now they're not close to you for your best benefit, because you keep moving on. You're doing good without them, and now they're mad because of that. Past relationships, past friendships, yes, it's gonna be people talking about you, but what do it matter? Those people are gone for a reason. It's for your best benefits. What do it matter what they think? What? They're gone for a reason. They could stay gone too. It ain't nobody to blame but them if they still want to talk about you and they still want to be involved in your life. Besides from that, that's the only time when people will actually think about you. But if I'm being honest with you, but nobody's really thinking about you. What do it matter what they think? Nobody's really thinking about you as much as you think, okay? Nobody's thinking about that little cringy moment you have. Nobody's thinking about that embarrassing moment you had. Nobody's thinking about that meticulous little slip up you had while you was, at the mall or something. Nobody cares about these things, right? But this is one thing I know, some people deal with, right? Let's say you want to be a YouTuber or a streamer or, an artist or a musician or a TikToker, whatever it is, right? Somewhere you are in the public's eye. When you are doing this thing, when you give it a go, you will have people saying, oh my God, your content, your art sucks. You should give up. You should go get a job. You should give up, man. This sucks. This is horrible. You're going to have people say these things, right? And it kind of contradicts what I said. Because I said the principle was most people are too self-consumed in their own lives to really give a fuck about yours. But how come there's people that you have never met, right? That you have no relationship, no past friendship with, you have no prior knowledge to beforehand, saying that you should quit, saying that your music is trash, saying that your content is trash, saying this, saying all these negative things. How come if people are too self-consumed in their lives to really comment on yours, you still have people commenting and being negative and trying to bring you down? Want to know why? Because the principle still stands. Most people are too self-consumed in their own lives to really care about yours. But if somebody does care about yours, and if somebody does care to comment on your life, that just means they don't have a good enough life to consume themselves with. Simple. People are too self-consumed in their lives to care about yours, but if somebody is commenting on yours, that means they do not have a good enough life to consume themselves with. That's why they need to comment on yours. Same goes for prior relationships, prior friendships, prior acquaintances, and people that are trying to hate on you for giving it a go, for trying, for doing what you love and taking that first step. People are just miserable, okay? Think about it. Look at it like this. For my men and my women, imagine this. Imagine you're in a relationship, a healthy relationship. You have a good set of friends, good set of family members. You work a job that you love. You got hobbies and interests that you're great at and consumes your time. You go to the gym, you play sports. You have all these different things, right? You have all these different things in your life. If you had all these things in your life, do you care? Would you care about somebody else's? Would you care to comment on somebody else's? Would you care to hate on somebody else? Tell me that. No. Want to know why? Because all these things consume too much of your time each and every single one of your days. It consumes too much of your time each and every single day, where it does not give you the time of the day to really comment on somebody else's or try and bring somebody else down. Okay? Wanna know why? Because your life is good. Your life is self-consumed enough where it is in your best benefit. But for some people, they don't got that. That's why they need to hate on you, and that's why they need to comment on you. Okay? If they are not self-consumed in their lives enough and they're commenting on yours, that means they do not have a good life. So there's no need to go back and forth with that person. Let them have it. Let them go in circles. They can have it. We don't care. We never cared, and we will never care moving forward. Okay? Now listen. Here's something you have to understand as well, right? Like I said, most people are too self-consumed in their lives to think about yours. But how do you know what these people are thinking for certain? The answer is you don't. And something that is probably gonna mind fuck you, if I'm being honest, you don't actually care what people think about you. You don't. You don't even care what you think about yourself. You care about what you think that others think about you. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, because you do not know what people actually think at the end of the day. Even if they were hypothetically thinking about you, how would you know? You don't know. You don't know. You don't have fucking mind controlling powers. No, you don't. You don't know what people are thinking about you, because 9 times out of 10, they're not thinking about you. But even if they were, how would you know? You don't know. But yet all you do is think about what other people are thinking about you. You do not care what people think about you, nor do you even think about, all you think about is what people are thinking about you. You don't actually think about what people are legitimately thinking about, because you don't know what they're thinking about. All you think about is what people think about you. And these are your thoughts. These aren't their thoughts. Everything you care about what people think about you are your thoughts. This is your thoughts coming from your mind, your consciousness, your subconscious, and your self-esteem. These are your thoughts, not theirs. You don't know what they think about. You're thinking about what you think about other people that think about you. This all comes from your self-esteem. You're too worried about what other people think about you, and you're too worried about what they gotta say or what they think about you or what they might say or might think about you, that you don't even realize it is all you. You are the main enemy here. Your mind is the own enemy. You are your own enemy here, because these people don't think about you. You don't know what they think about you. You are only thinking about what they think about you, and you don't know what they think about you. So you're thinking about what you think about yourself. This is a mind game. Nobody's actually thinking about you. You only care about what you think about yourself, but you play it off as what other people are thinking about you. These people are not thinking about you, and their thoughts, you don't know what they think about. These people are just the scapegoats. These people and what they think about you is just the scapegoat. At the end of the day, it's really how you think about yourself. This is what you think about yourself, but you use other people and their thoughts as the scapegoat instead of attacking the real issue, which is you. You care about what you think about, okay? You need to care about what you think about. These are your thoughts at the end of the day. You don't care about what other people think of you because you do not know what other people think of you. You only think about what they think about you, but you don't know what they think, okay? These are your thoughts. You do not care what other people think about you. You care about what you think about yourself. And now you use other people as a scapegoat. You use other people's attention and validation as a scapegoat to downplay yourself even more. Because it's a whole different playing field when we end up talking to ourselves downly. But when it's other people that's talking about us, something that's seemingly out of our control, it's easier to victimize ourselves. But you do not know what these people think about you. These are your thoughts. You downplay it as if, they're really thinking about you, but these are really your thoughts, but you play it off as them thinking about it to you. That's not the case. These are your thoughts. You care about what you think about yourself. This all has to do with you. It has nothing to do with other people, what other people think of you. It has to do with how you think about yourself and how you deal with it. You need to attack the main issue, which is you. You think about yourself poorly. All this caring about what other people think about you and what other people got to say about you. No, these are just scapegoats. It all derives from your poor self-esteem. Your self-esteem. None of these people can bring you down. What does it matter if somebody even actually has to say something about you? Is that going to bring you down? Is that going to tear you down and stop you from trying and stop you from moving forward? No, that's not the case. But if it's you that's saying it, if it's you that's talking to yourself crazy and downplaying you and saying this and saying these negative comments, then it does matter. We like to use other people and what they think about us as a scapegoat to really avoid dealing with ourselves. You need to attack the main issue, which is you.